Any final thoughts before the Rockdale kicking team takes the field?
I'll tell you what, Kim, this is a big rivalry. These kids are ready to play this ball game. You can throw all the records out right here. These teams were 0-7 or 7-0. It doesn't really matter because these two teams really don't like each other. They spend a lot of time with each other on the weekends because a lot of the Newton County players come up here to Rockdale to see the movies, and they know each other. They probably played against each other in Little League. So these teams just don't like each other, and I look for a real good, hard-hitting football game.
Kicking off for the Rockdale County Bulldogs tonight will be Brad Long, the sophomore kicker. Long was kicking some last year as a freshman, wearing number 18 for the Rockdale County Bulldogs on the opening kickoff. Back to receive for the Rams, we've got Cordell Benton and Adrian Carr.
He's also one of the only kickers we see in this region that wears black socks.
He's got that Scott Erickson look from the Minnesota Twins, completely black. Brad Long has his folks set and ready to go. Rockdale Bulldogs down on one knee. Get the picture. Their Bulldogs are dressed completely in black, especially that kicker. And here comes the kickoff. It is a high end over end kick going toward Adrian Carr. He fields it at the 5-yard line, takes it to the 20, and it's going to be brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. And on that tackle for Rockdale, Josh Harms and Demetrius Flournoy, among others. 5 or 6 folks wrapping Adrian Carr up there. It's a 55-yard kick and a return gain after the spot of about 14 yards.
Newton County is going to have to get Adrian Carr involved in their offense this week. He was more or less silent last week, and I think that hurt him, so hopefully they can get him involved this week.
Adrian Carr has been the center of that wishbone offense, and here come the Rams with Jason Robbins in the backfield. This should be a very interesting look for Newton County. They go into that spread formation. Cordell Benton and Andy Rudd along with Robbins, and the give is to Robbins. Robbins gets 2-3 yards still up. The whole team has to take him down. 9 or 10 folks had to take Robbins down. He gained 3 to 4, maybe even 5 yards on that play. And there we see the straightforward running of Jason Robbins, and Coach Cook shows right away that he is going to use Robbins in that backfield.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to have to get these teams that they play every week to respect the fullback, and I think that's why they made that switch for Jason to fullback.
2nd down and 6 yards to go for the Rams, once again in a spread formation. On the delay, rather, they give us to Cordell Benton to the 27, but there's a flag down, and we'll see what that flag is. It was thrown very early in the play.
Probably going to be a procedure penalty against Newton County.
The ball is spotted at the 27. That's a gain of 4 for Cordell Benton. Of course, that's pending the penalty here, and it is against Newton County. So they'll move the ball back 5 yards and bring it back to the 22. As Newton County with some penalty yards, they've been able to keep those yards down. Hey, pardon me, they're going to go 10 yards for this. 10-yard penalty against Newton County will bring up a 2nd down situation from the Rockdale 13-yard line. Make that the 18-yard line. 2nd down, 17 yards to go for the Rams. We've got 2 wideouts off to the left side. Michael Sellers taking the snap. Going for the pitch to Adrian Carr, fumbles at the 10 and recovered at the 6-yard line. A bad pitch there from Michael Sellers to Adrian Carr, and the ball was fumbled. Carr, fortunately, with the recovery. But they're now very, very deep in Rockdale territory, and they have a ton of yardage to go now for a 1st down, Paul.
That was just, again, there in that wing T formation, option to the right side of the football field towards the Rockdale sideline. Just an inverted pitch there by Mike Sellers. Should have just kept the ball and kept it for a loss, but intended just went ahead and pitched it. Probably a bad mistake on his part.
Loss of 11 on the play. It's 3rd down at 23 for the Rams. Early on, they're having some troubles on offense. Jason Robbins is back in the backfield for the Rams as they continue with the spread formation. Adrian Carr on the right, Cordell Benton on the left, no receivers. The give on the reverses to Benton has no hole and is stuffed and brought down at the 5-yard line. Marcus Lackey met Cordell Benton as he came right to the line and brought it down, no gain.
Again, they're running that wing T formation, setting it up. I don't really know if they intend to go to the wishbone. They've had a lot more success with the wishbone. They came out here tonight's ball game lining up in the wing T. Look for them to change back to the wishbone.
Back to receive for the Rockdale Bulldogs on the punt is Bernard Lackey. We'll hear a lot of him tonight. And punting for the Rams, of course, Tommy Taylor. Senior linebacker has been the kicker for the Rams all year in terms of punts. Here's the snap. It is a good one. Taylor's going to get it off. It is a high-end over-end kick, but not going very far. And it's going to bounce at the 23 and roll out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So not a very good punt at all from Taylor. Looked like he kicked it straight up instead of out. And looks like the punt will be about 20 yards.
little shank there by Tommy Taylor, probably not a real good punt. I'm sure he's not really satisfied with that. And it's going to put Rockdale in excellent field position here to start their first series in the first quarter.
Well, the Rams will get their test on defense very early on. First down for the Bulldogs at the Newton County 26. Over center is Kerry Hansen, the quarterback. He's a senior. 3 men in the backfield. First give is to Lackey, number 42. Lackey gaining down to the 22-yard line and brought down there. The stop for the Rams was number 24, Gary Brown. Brown is only a freshman, but last week and for the first part of this week, he has been all over the football.
Coach Cook is really excited about his freshman cornerback. He's a very tall, thin guy, but has an excellent frame to turn into a real good football player.
They gain to the Newton 22. It'll be second down 6, 8:46 remaining in the quarter. Give is to number 7, that's Chad Shepard. Shepard gains a couple of yards and is brought down by the Ram defense, perhaps inside the 20. Another minimal gain, but Rockdale using that backfield pretty effectively here early on. Gain of 2 for Shepard.
The Rockdale offense is very similar to the Newton County's offense. They depend heavily on the run. Don't look for a whole lot of passing here in tonight's football game.
It'll bring up third down and 4. Rockdale splits a wide receiver out to the right, Bud Weekly. Hansen gives off to number 21, Joey Everson, driving, trying to get the first down, but I believe the Rams brought him down before he could make it. Tommy Taylor finishing off the stop. Several Rams in on the tackle. We want to mention Marcelo Baines, who was one of the initial hitmen on that play, and it will be fourth down for the Bulldogs.
Good stand there by Newton County. That's exactly what you want from your defense. When they get pinned down in the hole here, the offense didn't give the defensive side of the ball a good field position. Newton's defense came in and did exactly what they needed to do. Rockdale's going to go for it here in fourth and about 2.
4th and 2 yards to go, and this will be a big test here for Newton County. 3 men in the backfield. The give is to number 7, Shepard, and Shepard looks like he got the first down. He's down to the 15-yard line. There's been no signal made as of yet, but it looks like it is going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. The spot looks good for a first down. It's going to be a gain of 3 for Shepard. And it is a first down, so Rockdale gambling just a little bit here early on in the first quarter, and it pays off. They'll have a first down at the Newton County 15. Something you've got to do if you have good field position such as that. First down on the Ram 15. Hansen takes the snap, gives it to Lackey. Lackey finds a hole down to the 10-yard line to the 9. And on the stop, Torrance McCullum, among others, for Newton County, a gain of 5 for Lackey, and it'll be second down at 5.
Newton County's defense is real familiar with this offense. They see it every day in practice, so look for Newton County to buckle up their chin straps here and put out a good defensive effort.
Bulldogs are only 10 yards away from a score. We've got a scoreless battle. Shepard and Lackey in the backfield. Give is to Lackey once again. Just a couple of yards on this play as Tommy Taylor wrapped him up just as he passed the line of scrimmage. Also, Jason Robbins in on the stop. He's going to be a tired young man once this night is over.
Going both ways is very hard. Back in 1982, we were forced to do it on Newton County. We had several players that went both ways, but it's very tiring, something you have to get used to, and look for Jason to be a very tired man after this ball game's over with.
Third down and 3 yards for the Bulldogs. Once again, 3-back set. They may just run the ball all night. The give is to Shepard. Shepard close to the goal line, gains down to the 2, and he is brought down there by Lamar Hips, the safety, along with Rico Williams, one of the linebackers for Newton County, and we're going to see wholesale substitutions here as it's going to be 4th and short yardage, or will it? Did they get a first down on that? They most certainly did.
They're going to call a first down, and Newton County coaches send in their goal line team, bringing in several players. Number 57, Marcus England, a defensive tackle, 5'11", 280 pounds.
First down and goal. Bulldogs are on the Ram 2-yard line. Give us to Shepard. Stop short of the goal line. Good stand there by the Newton County Rams. Jason Robbins was right there at the line of scrimmage, showing his prowess on defense, keeping Shepard out of the end zone. And it is very important to do so because the Bulldogs are just a couple of yards away from picking up that score.
Jason Robbins did a good job there coming up and making the play on number 7. And got to do it again here.
Hansen is over center. He's going to take it himself, and unmolested, he goes in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. It's a 2-yard run from the quarterback, Kerry Hansen. And with 5:02 remaining, the Rockdale Bulldogs have taken a lead here, 6-0.
You can't really blame that one on the Newton County defense. They were forced in a bad situation here. Hopefully the offense can come out and do a little bit better next series.
Brad Long is in to attempt the extra point. Looks like he does the good majority of the kicking for the Bulldogs. With a 6-0 lead, snap is good, hold is good. Here's the kick, it's up, and it is good. An extra point for Brad Long. And the Rockdale Bulldogs have a 7-0 lead. We'll take this time out. We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football after this on WGFS AM 1430.
Bulldog Tire Company is Covington's complete car care center and your headquarters for Bridgestone, Michelin, and Summit tires. At Bulldog Tire, they have recaps, wheels, and they offer wheel alignment, tune-ups, brake service, road and farm service, radiator.
Rockdale taking a 7-0 lead. Back with your play-by-play here at Reed Stadium is Kevin Holden.
Okay, Paul Dailey, thank you very much. Brad Long is kicking off for the Rockdale Bulldogs, who enjoy a 7-0 lead. Rams trying to get back in it. Cordell Benton, Adrian Carr back to receive. The kick is a very low lining kick. Adrian Carr fields it at the 5, has some trouble fielding the football, goes to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, still up, 45, 50, brought down at midfield. And a very good return there by Adrian Carr. Had lots of folks around him, but just kept looking for a little bit more running room on that far sideline over by the Newton County bench.
Like I said in the first series, they have to get Adrian Carr into this football game. Mike Sellers can't do it by himself. Jason Roberts can't do it by himself. The offensive line can't do it by themselves. They got to have somebody to take charge and not look for Adrian Carr to do that tonight.
A kickoff of 55 yards, but returning the ball 45 yards is Adrian Carr, so the Rams are exactly at midfield. The nose of that football is right on midfield. Michael Sellers takes the snap, gives to Carr. Carr is brought down behind midfield, so it's going to be a loss on the play. Rockdale Bulldog defense stopping Adrian Carr from sweeping out to that left side.
Good penetration there by the Rockdale defense, right side of the football. They penetrated, had no, gave up a lot of room there for, there was actually no room for Adrian Carr to run. Good play by the Rockdale defense.
The ball is on the Newton County 49, second down, still in the spread formation. The give is to Cordell Benton. Benton looking for room on the right side, gets to the 50, to the 45, and out of bounds there. And the tackle for the Bulldogs made by Tony Collins, a freshman, as he takes Cordell Benton out of bounds. But it's going to be a gain of 6 yards, and they'll spot it on the 45.
Newton County staying in that wing T formation. Have a new tight end this week, Greg Benson, a 9th grader, 6'4", 220 pounds. He should be a big one by the time he gets to be a senior.
That is a big guy. Greg Benson, a freshman. That's a name to remember. He'll be here for quite a while, as you mentioned, only a freshman. And a timeout will be called. Is it a referee's timeout? Yes, it is. So the referee is calling a timeout. And with 4:02 left in this quarter, the Rams trying to get something established on offense. Jason Robbins has been in and out in that backfield. Your thoughts about what they may do here the remainder of this drive? They're 3rd down and 5.
It looks like they might be lining up again, going back into the, it looks like they might utilize the wishbone this time. It's going to be 3rd and about 5. This is a very important down for Newton County. They need to go ahead and get a first down here and start marching down the field and get a little bit of respect from that defense of Rockdale.
The Rams have gained only 2 yards rushing in this game so far. Still in the spread formation, Jason Robbins is your only back. And Michael Sellers looking to pass here is rolling out to the left side. The pass is up and incomplete, a bad pass. And it was intended for number 88, that big tight end, Greg Benson. But incomplete as Sellers had some trouble throwing the football on 3rd down. Looks like they'll have to punt once again.
Newton County is going to be able, hopefully if they get a good punt off here, they'll put Rockdale back in a little bit worse than it was territory, so they won't have 1st and 10 on Newton County 26. Hopefully they'll be back on their own 10 or 12.
And that'll help the Ram defense as well, knowing that Rockdale has to drive that far down the field. Bernard Lackey is back to receive the punt from Tommy Taylor as it's 4th down from the Rockdale 45. This is a much, much better kick. In fact, it goes over the head of Lackey and bounces at the 15 to the 10, and then inside the 10, it is touched by Adrian Carr on the punting team, and it's going to be placed at the 9-yard line. That is a 36-yard punt. Much better this time around from Tommy Taylor.
He's got to be proud of that one. Still, the ball went real high, got a good Newton County bounce on it. It's going to pin the Rockdale Bulldogs on their own 9-yard line, exactly what they wanted to do here. And this gives a little bit more room for the defense to work and pin the Rockdale Bulldogs down here and hopefully get better field position next time around.
Rockdale center is Jeremy Dobbs, a junior. He's hiking the football to Kerry Hansen, pardon me. Shane Pulliam is a wide receiver on the left side, and of course the Bulldogs running with 3 backs in their set. And the give and fumbled by Joey Everson. Joey Everson had the football. Now it's fumbled, and Newton County may come up with it on the 5-yard line. We'll see the officials ruling. Everson had the football, but fumbled it. And after a couple of times going through, they signal Newton County football on the Rockdale 5.
Marcelo Baines coming up with the ball. How many times have we called his name coming up with the football? He must be a little scrapper in there. Get on the pile and just wiggle around and try to grab that ball. And he's done that several times this season. Done a good job here. He's going to put Newton County 1st and 10 on the Rockdale 6-yard line.
How could you ask for better field position, Paul? 6 yards for a touchdown.
Newton County's got to take advantage of these mistakes by Rockdale. They didn't take advantage of the mistakes for Brookwood last week, and it cost them a ball game. And hopefully they can take advantage of Rockdale's mistakes this week.
The new look Rams send Jamie Pruitt out to the right as a wide receiver, and they're in the wishbone formation here from the 6-yard line. Sellers keeps the ball himself after a missed handoff, and he'll get up to about the 5-yard line. Looked like that may have been a missed play as the handoff to Andy Rudd was missed.
Again, when you start changing formations, sometimes you have to think a little bit more, and they went right back into the wishbone formation, and the first time they ran it tonight, it just didn't work for him. Mike Sellers just grabbed the ball and took it for what he could, and took no gain on the play.
It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Rams. No gain on that play. We've only got about 2.5 minutes left to go in your first quarter. Rams looking to tie this ball game. Bulldogs went up on a Kerry Hansen 2-yard run with 5:02 remaining in the quarter. And the give to Cordell Benton. Benton is still up and now tackled at the 6-yard line. Hit pretty hard there. Tony Collins and Chad Shepard. Shepard, a two-way player, in on the hit, but they'll give him forward progress, which may be out to the 5, and yes, it is, but still, in these 2 plays, a gain of only 1 yard.
Very surprised they don't have Jason Robinson in here this time, and actually, as I say that, he's coming onto the field. They need a big threat here in the middle.
Good call, Paul. 3rd down from the 5-yard line, and Jason Robinson's into the action. One of the backs in that wishbone formation. That must be different for Cordell and Adrian to see a man like Jason Robbins back there in that backfield. Sellers keeps it himself on the right side, finds a hole and trots in. Touchdown, Rams! Michael Sellers, a 5-yard run, and it's a touchdown, but Michael Sellers, trotting into that end zone, had gone almost to a walk's pace, and he almost didn't get in as he was down almost near the hash mark on that right side.
As we see this, and we have a Newton County coaching staff right here in front of us, and they're not real pleased with him doing that. A little bit of a hot dogging, and this coaching staff doesn't want to put up with something like that. That's what causes football games to be lost. The coaching staff is going to have a word with him when he gets to the sideline.
Well, Michael Sellers puts the 6 points on the board anyway, and he'll have the talking to after the touchdown. Wes Billingsley will be in to attempt the extra point. And the Rams are looking to tie the ball game at 7-6. We've got 1:34 remaining. Here's the snap. It's a high one. It is down. The kick is up. And the kick is no good. Misses wide left as Wes Billingsley missing on the extra point attempt, the junior kicker. Missing to maintain the Rockdale lead, this time at 1 point. Your score is Rockdale 7, Newton County 6, and we'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football after this on WGFS, AM 1430.
Attention sports fans, 10 minutes before 8 o'clock on WGFS, and now it's time for a WGFS Football Friday giveaway. We have a certificate on hand good for 30 pieces of hot wings at the Hard Luck Cafe in the Covington store for caller number 5 at 786-1430. That's caller number 5 at 786-1430. Good for 30 pieces of hot wings at the Hard Luck Cafe at the Covington store.
Are you having a party or don't feel like cooking because you want to watch the game? Then the Hard Luck Cafe is the answer. For the best hot wings around, call 787-0421 or stop by the Little Red Building near Nationwise. Get enough for one person or 1,000. Call 787-0421 and your wings will be ready when you get there.
Play-by-play here at Reed Stadium, Kevin Holden.
Thank you very much. It's the Rams and the Bulldogs. 7-6 your score. Wes Billingsley's kick is fielded at the 15 by Joey Everson, and Everson is brought down at the 20-yard line. The Rams have had their way with Joey Everson in this game. That's a 45-yard kick for Wes Billingsley and a 5-yard return from Joey Everson wears number 21 for the Rockdale Bulldogs. And the return is spotted now at 6 yards, so it'll be first down for Rockdale, but again, deep in their own territory. This is important for the Rams. Rockdale's on their own 21.
Good field position here. Actually, it's good for the Newton County Rams. They got them on. Got a late player coming off the field. Newton County's defense is not ready.
And the give immediately is to Chad Shepard, and Shepard gains a couple of yards, and if they had gone out to that left side, I think they might have been in trouble. The left side talking about for the Rockdale offense, right side for the Newton County defense, as Newton County did not have the proper number of folks on the field, and they had folks on that left side a lot more than over on the right side. And that weak side, if Rockdale had run to it, might have had a long run there.
You look for big players to make big plays right there, and Jason Robbins saved his defensive squad right there.
Gain of 2 yards, and it's second down from the 23-yard line. The give is to number 21, Joey Everson. Everson gains a couple of yards before being brought back by that Newton County defense, and the officials are standing on the 25-yard line. That means it's a gain of 2, but Newton County once again with an excellent job here on defense. And the ball is now spotted on the 27, so making a gain of 4. Still an excellent job for Newton County, but it's third down, 3 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Slowly driving the ball down the field. They have not had a gain over 6 yards yet on any one play in this game. They have not tried to pass the ball yet. Kerry Hansen over center takes the snap. This time he gives to Lackey, and Lackey is brought down at the 29. Jason Robbins, among others, hit on that stop Lamar Hips. And as he tried to turn the corner, Rico Williams came and stopped him there, and that'll be the end of your first quarter. And Paul, a 7-6 score, but Newton County finally doing some stuff here on defense.
The defense is playing real well. They're carrying over from last week. They're doing a good job. The offense looks like they may be getting on track. They have to get on track. That Rockdale football team is coached by Richie Osher on the defensive side of the ball. He's doing an excellent job. He's doing good scouting on the Newton County team. Newton County has got to get their defense continue to play well, and hopefully that mixed extra point will not come back and haunt them.
It's 7-6 right now in favor of the Rockdale Bulldogs. It's the end of your first quarter, and what we're going to do is we're going to keep it here and talk a little bit about that first quarter of action. No, we're not. We're going to take this break. We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football, spontaneity in Rams football, that is, on WGFS AM 1430.
The Clinton Health Plan is...
And we are back at Reed Stadium. The kick from Brad Long is a long one, which bounces down to the Newton County 26-yard line. No Rams touch it, and it's brought down there. It's going to be a 45-yard kick, a very good kick there from Long. And without the return, the Rams will be at their own 26-yard line. Not very good field position, but trailing by only 1 point. If they can put some points on the board, they'll be in good shape here in the second quarter.
Hopefully Newton County can get their offense on track here. They just really haven't been in sync this whole game, and also last week. They're going again back in the wing T formation.
Michael Sellers over center. The give is to Cordell Benton. Finds a hole on the right side, getting to the 35 to the 40. Still up to the 45, 48-yard line. And Marcus Lackey finally brings him down. Cordell Benton using the quick speed of his to find a hole on that right-hand side, and it's going to be a gain of roughly 20 yards. We'll see the exact spot. But Newton County with a first down and some good running out of that backfield from Benton.
That's one of the first plays I've seen all year that have worked for Newton County out of that wing C. They utilized the speed of Cordell Benton. He simply outran the defensive line and the linebackers for Rockdale Bulldogs.
It's a gain of 22 yards for Benton and first down for Newton County. They're still in their own territory at the 48. One wide receiver, that's Jamie Pruitt, the junior. Spread formation. Now they go to similar to a wishbone formation, and Michael Sellers will keep it himself and will gain to the Rockdale 45-yard line, but it may not mean a thing as there's a flag and the preliminary call is against Newton County. Looks like an illegal procedure here.
That's exactly what it's going to be. They had a guy in motion, and Michael Sellers snapped the ball while he was going towards the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring him back.
So the gain by Sellers would have been about 7 yards, but it's negated here on the first down play. They'll have to bring it back. They bring it back 5 yards, another penalty on Newton County. They now have 15 penalty yards in tonight's game. And it will be first down from their own 43, but there is now 15 yards to go for a first.
Newton County is going to have to utilize that speed again, get to the corners. Again, I think they'll probably come right back into this wing C formation again.
That's exactly what's going to happen, Paul, is they go to the same formation with one wide receiver. And Sellers is going to keep the ball himself on the right side after the fake handoff. Gains past midfield and brought out of bounds. On the stop, Josh Harms, a senior, two-sport athlete as he also plays baseball for the Bulldogs. But Michael Sellers gaining past midfield, pretty good gain there. Roughly 10 yards given the spot, and the spot will be on the 48-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain for Sellers, but still 6 more yards to go for a first down. Second on that Rockdale 48.
Chad Shepard of the Rockdale Bulldogs made that tackle in the secondary and is over there spreading his arms like he's really done something on the Newton County sideline. It's probably the wrong place to do that.
Brian Jones is your wide receiver. He is a senior. Sellers taking the snap over center and trying to pitch out to Cordell Benton. Is successful with the pitch, but not much gain as Benton brought out of bounds. And we've seen that quite a bit this year as Sellers going out to that right side. 3 or 4 Rockdale defenders, or the opponent's defenders, right there on top of him, still pitching the football.
When you run that wing T formation, it doesn't give you a lot of time, or it doesn't give you a lot of protection from your fullback and your blocking back. And you have to, Michael Sellers is having to read 2 different people before he pitches, and that's one downside of the wing T. When you run the wishbone, you only have to read 1 player. And Michael Sellers looks like he's a lot more comfortable pitching the ball when he's in the wing, when he's in the wishbone formation.
The penalty looks big now for the Rams, who would have a first down right now, but it's 3rd and 4 yards to go after that 5-yard penalty on first down. Sellers goes over center. The Drew Denman is the center. He takes the snap. Jason Robbins takes it, has open field. 30, 25, rolling over people down to the 24-yard line. Tony Collins was standing at the 25. Jason Robbins knocked him flat on his back down to the 24-yard line. Jason Robbins, a power runner for sure.
Last time I saw a hit like that was when Herschel Rockland ran right over Bill Bates when Georgia was playing Tennessee, and Jason Robbins may have found another spot that he can play at fullback.
Opening night 1980. Can't you hear it? A freshman. This case a junior, however. Jason Robbins will take it, though, as Robbins with a 21-yard run and a first down on the Rockdale County 25-yard line. And the Rams are now moving the football like they've been wanting to do. Jamie Pruitt is a wide receiver. He splits wide to the right side. Spread formation for the Rams. Rams give to Robbins once again. Robbins is still up and down to the 20-yard line. Tony Collins, same guy. He's going to be scared of Robbins before this is over. Jason dragged him about 2 or 3 yards. Collins had him on the 24, but Jason dragging him just a few more yards. Gets down to the 20. It's a 5-yard gain.
Shows a lot of strength there by Jason Robbins. And when you play both sides of the football, if there's some college scouts looking at him, they will know that he's very talented, not only on the defensive side of the ball, but also on the offense. That shows that he's dedicated to this football team, and he'll do whatever Coach Cook wants him to do to help his football team out.
Jason Robbins has run the ball 3 times for 30 yards, averaging 10 yards a carry. So it has been a success, that experiment, putting Robbins in the backfield. He's not in there on this play. Cordell Benton in motion, and the give is to Cordell, and Cordell gets down to the 16-yard line. Bernard Lackey, bringing him down there on the defensive end for the Bulldogs, and Benton gains, we'll say, 4 yards down to the 16-yard line.
As we talked about in the pregame, when you bring a fullback of Jason Robbins' size, it frees up a lot of other things, and that's what we're starting to see now. We're starting to see Cordell Benton and also Adrian Carr be a little bit freer around the ends, and also Michael Sellers, and that just goes back to putting a big guy in at fullback, and that really does help your offensive side of the ball.
That rotating system of receivers has Brian Jones on the right side. Rams are in 3rd down and very short yardage. 3rd down and just a yard left to go. And Sellers is going to keep it himself. He has first down yardage. Still up. 5. Leaping touchdown. Rams. Michael Sellers got down to the 3-yard line. Had a Rockdale defender there. Did a refrigerator parry. Leaped right over him into the end zone. Great run from Sellers. 6 points for the Rams.
Excellent read there by Mike Sellers. Decided not to fish the ball, looked inside, and had a couple of blockers in front of him, utilized his blockers, and used his speed and athletic ability to get across the goal line.
Rams lead 12-7, going to try to make it 13-7. They may go for 2 here. We see Adrian Carr, we see Jason Robbins, we see Cordell Benton, we see Mike Sellers. That would indicate that they're going for 2 on this play.
Probably would not be a bad time to take a timeout here. It looks like Newton County has asked the referees to spot the ball on the right hash mark. They have the right to do that, and hopefully Newton County's going to have enough time to get this play off.
That's what they're going to do, as they are going to go for 2 here in the point after attempt, and we see Jason Robbins back there. Might he see the football on this play? As a matter of fact, he does. No, he doesn't. Pardon me. It's a run out to the left side by Adrian Carr, who is tackled at the 5. After the fake to Robbins, Adrian Carr took the football on that left side, but brought down by number 58, Chip Temple. And Carr falls short of the extra point. And once again, the Rams have trouble after scoring the 6 points. We'll talk about that touchdown right after this. We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football on WGFS AM 1430.
The second quarter, Newton County leading this ball game 12-7 with your play-by-play, Kevin Holden.
Rams with a 5-point lead, trying to hang on here as Wes Billingsley is set to kick off. The Rams had 12 men on the field. Now they bring somebody out. They brought Adrian Carr out, and Billingsley is set to kick off. And here's the kick. It's a high kick, end over end. Not much distance on it, 48 yards. And number 42, Bernard Lackey, takes it to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Good block. 45, 40, 35, 30. Michael Sellers, the only man to try to get it. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He took the ball at the 12-yard line after the 48-yard kick. Number 42, Bernard Lackey, ran the ball 88 yards for a touchdown. An excellent block, though, by Joey Everson, and we should mention this, just past midfield. An excellent block there, and Lackey would not have scored without the block.
Good block there, and the block was on Wes Billingsley. He was the only man that could hopefully save the touchdown, and he was blocked. And Michael Sellers, using his great speed, tried to catch up with Bernard Lackey, but just ran out of gas there on the 10-yard line.
That's a big blow there, 13-12 in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll see what happens here. It looks like they're going to go for the 1-point extra point. Brad Long is into attempting. Extra point attempt by the sophomore kicker. Rams looking to block this one. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Left-footed kicker kicks it up and through the uprights. And that makes it 14-12 in favor of the Rockdale Bulldogs. So on one play, not even a play from scrimmage, just a kickoff, the Bulldogs go 88 yards for a touchdown. And we'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football right after these messages on WGFS AM 1430.
The 93s have got to go. Walker Harris has the affordable Hyundai on sale now. Get rebates up to $2,000 on all remaining Excels, Sonatas, Scoops, and Elantras. Walker Harris and Hyundai can make getting a new vehicle affordable. Stop by Walker Harris Autos on Highway 278 in Covington, where they sell cars that make sense. 786-2271.
After an 88-yard kickoff return, Bernard Lackey has brought Rockdale above the Newton County Rams, 14-12. Rockdale leading this game with your play-by-play, Kevin Holden.
Okay, get the picture. Kicking off for Rockdale, will be Brad Long. Long attempts the extra points, also does the kicking off. Same two folks back to receive as we've seen all night for the Rams, Cordell Benton and Adrian Carr. Long now set to kick off, and here it is. High kick over toward Cordell Benton's side. Benton will take it at the 10-yard line, gains to the 20, 25, 30. Going on two legs and a hand, gets out to the 30-yard line. Good running from Cordell Benton. It's going to be a kick of 50 yards from Long, and a return by Cordell Benton of roughly 20 yards. It'll be exactly 20 yards. And the ball will be spotted on the 30. Rams have field position at the Rockdale, at their own, 30-yard line. First down and 10.
A little bit better field position here for Newton County. They're on their own 31-yard line. Newton County had a long drive the last time they started on their own 26, so a little bit better field position. Hopefully they can have the same results and get 6 points and hopefully 7 or 8 points.
Drew Denman leads that Ram offensive line to the football. Rams continue to spread formation. We see Adrian Carr, Andy Rudd, Cordell Benton in the backfield. Michael Sellers, the quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself and be tackled in the backfield. Looking to hand the football off to Andy Rudd, and it must have been a fake handoff. Michael Sellers kept it himself, but waited long enough for Rudd to get there that the Rockdale defense caught on to what was going on, brought Sellers down before he could gain any yardage at all.
A lot of penetration there by the Rockdale Bulldogs. Drew Denman and Doug Parrish have to get a little bit better push off the ball. The man came right between them two and sacked Mike Sellers for a 3-yard loss, 2-yard loss.
Neither team has a passing yard so far in this game. Newton County attempted one pass on a third down play in the first quarter. Did not complete it, so neither team has a passing yard in this game. Jamie Pruitt is your wide receiver to the left side. Sellers makes the handoff, and gaining to the 30-yard line is Andy Rudd. Rudd had been playing fullback some in the past, but giving that job up now to Jason Robbins, who hasn't been in there on this series, may be tired after playing some defense.
Hey, you can't expect Jason to go in there every play, but as we say that, he comes onto the field. Coach Cook may be listening to us down there on the sideline. Jason will have to come right back off and leave Andy Rudd in there.
Third down and 9 yards to go as the Rams have some confusion there on offense. Now they have everything set. And Sellers looking for the pitch. Pitches out to Benton. Benton uses his speed, gains to the 35, 36-yard line. And brought out of bounds there. In on that stop, Tim Franklin, a senior on the defense for the Bulldogs. Not quite to the 35-yard line. Cordell Benton After a gain of 5 yards, the Rams are going to be about 5 yards short of a first down. They'll probably have to punt in this situation.
Newton County just didn't look like they was in sync at all on that series. They were bringing in men late from the sidelines and just didn't look like the offensive side of the ball was ready to play there, and it results in a punt.
We've already seen 12 special teams plays, and there's 5:14 remaining in that second quarter. Tommy Taylor is punting, and back to receive is the always dangerous Bernard Lackey. He returned a kickoff 88 yards for a touchdown. They're going to hike it to Michael Sellers. Those Sellers first down to the 42-yard line. We thought the Rams were going to punt. I think the Rockdale Bulldogs did too, because Michael Sellers found a hole on the right side after them hiking the football directly to him. Of course, he's experienced in handling snaps. A good, very well-thought-out, intelligent play, and they get a first down.
Very risky play there by Coach Cook. Looked like he's gambling, and that's what you got to do late in the season or midway through the season. Right, you got to take some chances, and that's exactly what he did. And that one went to his advantage.
If the Rams win the game, look to that as a major turning point, especially if they score on this drive. That's a momentum builder. Brian Jones is split out wide to the left, wishbone formation. Cordell Benson takes the football, gains to the 47-yard line, and he is tripped up and brought down there by a couple of folks on that Rockdale defense, including Mr. Franklin, whose name we mentioned a few times tonight. Benson has been running the football a lot more in this game, Paul, than he has in previous games.
He's utilizing his speed. He showed something there. He was going down. He used his arm to gain a couple more yards, so it looks like he has a little bit of determination in his running tonight, and that's something Newton County needs to see.
Second down 5 for the Rams on their own 47-yard line. 4:08 remaining in your second quarter. The Rams scored a touchdown earlier in this quarter on a run by Michael Sellers. The give is to Adrian Carr. Carr will be short of a first down as he's brought down a little bit past midfield. It'll bring up a third down situation. Rams close to a first down, though. We might see Jason Robbins back into the action. We'll see what happens here.
He was in on that play right there, and that was just a straight dive to Adrian Carr on the right-hand side, and did an excellent job there of just doing a straight dive and gaining 4 yards. It's going to bring up a third and about a yard.
And it'll be a timeout for the Rockdale County Bulldogs, and while they take this timeout, so will we. And we'll be back with more exciting Rams football after this on WGFS AM 1430. 14-12 in favor of the Bulldogs as we've got a little bit over 3.5 minutes remaining. The Rams are now in Rockdale territory. The situation is 3rd and 1. Jason Robbins is in the backfield for Newton County along with Cordell Benson and Adrian Carr. They're in the wishbone formation, just a yard to go to grab the first down. Sellers gives off to Jason Robbins, and Robbins is going to be short as he was brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go as soon as he got the football, and it'll be 4th down and about a yard.
I don't even think Coach Cook is going to consider punting on right here. He's got a 4th down and about a yard and a half. Actually, Jason lost it about a half a yard on that play. But here in the mid-season, you're 2 and 4. Punting is the last thing you're going to think about here.
Big play here for the Rams. 4th down. They were gutsy on 4th down last time around and got that first down. Sellers over center, runs, gets the first down, and dives out to the 43-yard line. Michael Sellers has been there every time on 4th down, but he had some more open field. Had a chance to run more, I think, past the 43-yard line. Just was interested in the first down only, but may have had some more running room.
Good play there, and that's your go-to guy. Mike Sellers is a leader of this offense. He's a go-to guy on 4th down, and he's shown twice here tonight that he is doing an excellent job.
2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. The Rams have first down. They're on the Rockdale 43-yard line. First down and 10. The Rams looking to take a lead to the locker room at halftime. They haven't had a chance to do that since the game against the Walton Raiders in homecoming in week 4. Sellers keeps it himself. Going to pass here, and the pass is incomplete. Andy Rudd had it in his hands, and it fell out. No one really near Rudd, as that would have been an easily complete pass, but Rudd just had trouble handling the football after the completion.
Andy was out there all by himself, and I think he was thinking about running before he got the ball into his hand, and goes for an incompletion, and I think he'll think about that one as he lays down and goes to sleep tonight.
It'll be 2nd down, 10 yards to go. The Rams have tried to pass twice tonight, incomplete. So again, as we mentioned, neither team with a passing yard in this game. One key thing is that Rockdale has not had an offensive play from scrimmage so far in this quarter, the second quarter, not counting that punt on 4th down to begin the quarter. Sellers going to pass once again, and he is backed in the backfield and brought down Darren Kilby. Kilby, a junior, and brought Sellers down behind midfield. He was blindsided, Paul. Sellers didn't see that man coming.
That young man came from the left side of the defense, and actually Newton County's right side. Over there is Charles Bray. He's, I don't know if that was his man, but Mike Sellers is very lucky there not to be injured on that play.
Third down from the Newton 48. It'll be 19 yards to go for a first, and the Rams will once again have to do a little bit of passing here. The wide receiver is Brian Jones. Sellers takes the snap, takes the handoff, looking to pass, and the pass is up and complete to Cordell Benson to the 50-yard line, to the 45, running 40, 38, out of bounds there at the 38-yard line. Chad Shepard stopping him there, but they're still well short of a first down after that large gain. They're probably about 5 yards short.
Good play there. That was a screen to the right side of the football field. Mike Sellers set it up very pretty, and they had several offensive linemen out there to block for Cordell Benton. He utilized his block and he just couldn't get enough yardage for the first down. But it's going to bring up fourth down and about 4 yards, and look for Coach Cook to go for it again here on fourth down.
3 times in this drive, the Rams have had fourth down and mid-yardage situations. The first time Michael Sellers took the ball, ran it 8 yards for a first down. Second time Sellers ran it 6 yards for a first down. Here's the third time this has happened. Sellers again over center. Jamie Pruitt is your wide receiver on the left-hand side. Sellers is going to hand off to Carr. Carr first down to the 30-yard line, and the Rams have been extremely good on those fourth down plays. Yet again, another first down.
Newton County has not had a whole lot of success on first, second, and third down. Looks like fourth down is their down to play here, and look for Coach Cook to remember that as we go into the second half. Newton County's having a lot of success there on the fourth down, and that's what you got to do mid-season. You got a 2-4 record. You got to take chances, and that's what we're seeing from Coach Cook and the Newton County Rams tonight.
22 yards have been gained on the 3 fourth down plays in this drive. That's been a big portion of the drive. They've only got 1:03 left, though, to put the ball in the end zone. The ball is on the 30. The pitch is to Adrian Carr. Carr 35, 30, 25. Diving and gaining to the 22-yard line. Carr cutting back inside, had a shot over on that right sideline, perhaps for a breakaway run, but the ball is down to about the 23-yard line, close to a first down, about 3 yards short.
Adrian Carr is a slash runner. He likes to cut back, and that's exactly what he did on that play. But probably would have been better to go to the outside. There was no one out there. But you can't really sit there and second guess his decision because he's a slash cutback runner, and he has a lot of success doing that. And Coach Cook's going to be satisfied with an 8-yard pickup.
The timeout has been taken, but we're going to keep it here as we've got 50 seconds remaining in your half, and it could be a very, very exciting finish here to the first half. Newton County started on their own 30-yard line. Stopped on 3 plays, then on fourth down from their own 34. Michael Sellers gaining 8 yards, first down at the Newton 42. Once again, some troubles. They come up fourth down from the Rockdale 49. Sellers a 6-yard gain to the 43. Couple of failed pass plays, brings up fourth down. This time they give it to Carr. He runs 8 yards, gets down to the 30. Here on first down from the Rockdale 30, Adrian Carr took it 7 yards to the 23. It'll be second down, 3 yards to go for Newton County. They have 50 ticks of the clock to get it from the 23 to that left goal line. Paul, do you use Jason Robinson in a situation like this?
I think you try a couple of sweeps to the either side of the football field and try to get a little bit of yardage so you can at least set West Billingsley up for a possible field goal.
Sellers over center. We've got 1 wide receiver to the left, make that 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers. Sellers goes up, tries the Hail Mary pass, and it is out of the end zone and incomplete. Adrian Carr was trying to dive for it and catch it. We have got a flag, and unfortunately it looks like it's against Newton County.
It's going to be a holding call against the offensive line for Newton County. Newton County's offensive line has not had to pass block a lot this season, and puts them in kind of a bad situation because they're not used to doing that, and one of them got caught there for holding. It's going to bring them back 10 yards.
And it's from the spot of the foul, which was the 30-yard line. So the Rams, in essence, lose 17 yards on that play. And it brings up a third down situation and 20 yards to go for a first down. So the Rams will definitely have to go to the air in this one. But the Rams have been in this situation before in this drive, and they have come through. And a timeout will be taken by the Rams. We'll take this timeout. We'll catch our breath. We'll get excited and ready for the final 42 seconds. And we'll be back with more exciting Rams football after this on WGFS AM 1430. 42 seconds remain in your second quarter. The Rams trail by 2 points. Second down and 20 yards to go after the 17-yard penalty. They're on the Rockdale 40-yard line. Rams with some confusion on offense. Now they have a wide receiver, and that's Brian Jones, the senior. They're in the wishbone formation. Looks like Jason Robbins is in there. And Sellers, once again, is looking to pass. Second down. It's a short pass and complete to Cordell Benson, and he's going to be rolled down at the 50 as he had 1 knee down as he caught the pass. Sellers' pass was low, about knee-high, as a matter of fact, and Benson did good to catch the pass. May have been better to let the pass drop and let it be third down from the 40 instead of from the 50. It's a negative 10-yard pass play.
It would have been a lot better just to drop the ball there. You had one guy in front of him, had no chance of passing him. It's going to be a loss of 10. Newton County is backing up. A few plays ago, we were on the 23-yard line, and now we see ourselves on their own 49-yard line with only 4 seconds to go.
3, 2, 1. This will be the last play, so the Rams are going to try to score here. Sellers goes up, looks, and completes a car, but he's brought down at the 33-yard line, and so not much the Rams can do. An excellent pass play. They gain 18 yards on the play. The pass from Sellers to Adrian Carr goes 18 yards, but nowhere near a first down, certainly nowhere near a touchdown. And the Rams will... And as we mentioned before, the run from the Rockdale Bulldogs very, very close to first down yardage. They're going to call it 1 yard short, so it'll be second down. And very, very short yardage to go. And the give is to Everson. Everson has the first down and gains to the 48-yard line. And brought down there, Michael Sellers in on defense. We see him in there every once in a while. Jason Robbins, also Torrance McCullum in on the stop.
Good play there by Rockdale. Looks like they've talked a little bit at halftime. Their offense is coming out showing a little bit more movement than they did in the first half. Of course, they didn't have the ball in the second quarter, so they've had plenty of time to rest, so they're coming out here vigorous in the second half.
6-yard gain, first down for the Rockdale 48. Hanson goes over center, gives the ball to Shepard. Shepard has some room to the 40, 35, 30, and brought down at the 15, all the way down to the 15-yard line. Toy Brown on the stop, a touchdown-saving tackle from Mr. Brown. And Chad Shepard, a great run, very, very close to being a touchdown run. It's going to be a gain of 37 yards.
Big play there by Rockdale, straight up the middle, went straight over the left side of the Newton County defense, and big pickup for 37 yards.
First down at the Newton County 15, splitting wide is a mystery number 25. We'll check on him in just a second. The run is number 42, Bernard Lackey. Lackey run out of bounds. About the 10-yard line is where he's run out. It's going to be a gain of 4 yards or so, and it'll be a second down situation.
Number 25 there for Rockdale's Chris Meadows. They use him as a split in, and he's bringing in the plays, and actually he's coming out this time.
It's a gain of 5 for Lackey, and second down from the Newton 10.
They're going to call an official timeout to, I think they have a little problem with the chains over there. They're going to take a few minutes to correct that problem.
So it's second down for the Bulldogs. 5 yards to go. They're on the Newton County 10-yard line. Bulldogs already lead by 2. Hope the Rams don't come out flat on defense. They had an excellent defensive first half. Not allowing much in the way of gains, but right now Rockdale has had their way with the Rams in this drive.
Rockdale is not doing anything special. They're just running exactly what they tried to run in the first half, but this seems to be working here in the second half. The Newton County's got to buckle up the chin straps and come back to life like they were in the first half.
10 minutes and 13 seconds remain in the third quarter. And the Rams trail by 2 points. Kerry Hanson, your quarterback. You've got 3 folks in the backfield. You've got Chad Shepard running the football. He gains to the 7-yard line. Looked like a fumble on the play. Newton County folks motioning that it's their football. We'll see what the referees spot. The ball is on the 7-yard line. Newton County football. That's a big, big turnover for the Rockdale Bulldogs and Mr. Shepard.
Big play there by Newton County. You got to expect that. They were bending. They were giving plenty of yards away. But I think number 6 for Newton County, Torrance McCollum, come in there and strip the ball away. Big play there by the junior defensive secondary person there. I think he plays cornerback. And Newton County's going to have first and 10 on their own 6-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 4 plus a fumble, and that'll be great for Newton County. We saw that happen in the Shiloh game as Newton County fumbled the ball deep in the opponent's territory. Michael Sellers over center. Sellers with a give to Adrian Carr, 10-15, out almost to the 20-yard line. Brought down by Josh Harms and Bernard Lackey. That's a busy man tonight. Adrian Carr looks like he's going to gain a first down on that play as they started on the 6. And he is very close to a first down, and it is a first down as they now measure.
we need to call his name a lot here in the second half. They pick up 12 yards there. Adrian Carr's got to come to life because he is a big threat for the Rockdale Bulldogs. He's a big gun for the offense of Newton County, and he needs to come alive here in the second half.
Only 6 yards rushing for Carr in that first half, and already 11 on that first play in the second half. So it is first down for the Rams from their own 17 as they drive slowly but surely downfield. 9 minutes, 13 seconds remain. Spread formation. Haven't seen much of the wishbone. Cordell Benton had a spot on that right side, fell down at the 19-yard line. A couple of steps farther outside, might have had a larger gain. He had some room to run over on that right side, but he's brought down to 19.
A good little pickup there. They only picked up about 2 yards there. I was looking at the wrong line there. But Newton County look for Jason Robinson to come back in. He hasn't came in here in the second half as of yet, but look for him to come in and provide that strength in the middle.
2nd and 8 for Newton County. Just over 8.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Sellers will take it himself and will trip and fall down on the 16-yard line. Sellers with a loss on the play, had some trouble, lost his footing as he was going around the right side.
Back in that wing T formation, as I said earlier in the first half, Mike Sellers just doesn't seem like he's very comfortable pitching the ball in that wing T formation. He does a lot better job in the wishbone, but I can't sit here and second guess Coach Cooks. I'm sure he's got a reason why he's staying in that wing T, and hopefully that'll work out here for Newton County.
The Rams have been the miracle team on 3rd and 4th down so far in this game. Well, here it is, 3rd down, long yardage situation, 3rd and 9 for Newton County. We'll see what they do. They haven't done much in the way of passing. They had 21 passing yards in the first half. Sellers takes the snap, Denman hiking it to him. Sellers with the pitch out and out to the 15-yard line, but not much gain beyond that. The pitch was to Cordell Benton, and Rockdale all over that pitch.
A loss of about 2 yards there. The wing T formation, the pitch to the right side of Cordell Benton just is not working. It worked a little bit there in the second quarter, but you got to remember that Rockdale was in a prevent defense, and they gained a couple of yards in the second quarter. But here, the wing T is just not working early in the second half.
It's unfortunate that Newton County couldn't take advantage of that opportunity as Rockdale very close to a touchdown, fumbled the football, but they're going to punt here with Tommy Taylor. Taylor's punt gets something off and fielded at a fair catch at the 46-yard line by Bernard Lackey. It's going to be a punt of 31 yards. We'll keep it here as Rockdale will begin their drive in Newton County territory.
Pretty good kick there by Tommy Taylor. Rockdale is going to have an excellent field position here on their Newton County 46-yard line. Rockdale had a lot of success the last series just driving it down Newton County's throat. However, a fumble by the running back Shepard. Hopefully Newton County can buckle up and then play a little bit better defense.
The give right here is to number 7, Shepard. Shepard gains to the 45-yard line, but not much farther as the Rams caught him right there on the line of scrimmage. Shepard was one of the big men in that last drive, had 3 runs of 9, 37, and 4 yards, so a total of 50 yards on 3 plays in that drive. Coming out to the sideline is Shane Pulliam, the senior. The ball is spotted on the 45, so it's a gain of 1 for Shepard and for the Rockdale Bulldogs. It'll be second down at the Newton 45. Wide receiver to the left side. Two teams very similar in their usage of the wide receiver. Joey Everson takes the football, dives down to the 42-yard line. Jason Robbins on the stop. Wouldn't let him go any further than that. Good stop from Robbins. And the Bulldogs have a third down situation and fairly long yardage to go. We haven't seen them pass yet.
Not only Newton County on the offense side of the ball changing the formation, Rockdale is doing basically the same kind of changes, and it's not working here on the second series for Rockdale. Haven't seen Bernard Lackey in the backfield on offense.
The senior, Kerry Hansen, will take the snap, and he will be passing here on third down. The pass goes up, and it is incomplete and nowhere near any receiver. The closest receivers were a good 15 yards away, Sam Porter and Shane Pulliam. And we see why Rockdale doesn't pass that much.
It's going to bring up a fourth down and about 7 yards. Probably going to be the first punt we've seen from Rockdale. Is that correct?
That is correct, dude. Well, there has been one previous punt, pardon me, by Brad Long. It was a 45-yard punt without a return. Cordell Benson is back to receive, and Newton County looking for a timeout as they have some trouble on the punt return team. So Newton County will take a timeout, and so will we. We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football action after this on WGFS AM 1430.
Stadium, Conyers, Georgia, with your play-by-play here, Kevin Holden.
The snap is low to Brad Long. He will get off the punt, and it will be a high, long one. Cordell Benton will let it bounce once, and Rockdale will take the football at the 10. And they're going to spot it actually at the 13. Given the forward progress there, as one of the Rockdale players, that was number 9, Shane Pulliam, trying to bring the ball back, but couldn't do it. It's going to be a pretty good punt there for Brad Long. And we'll see where the ball is spotted. We'll tell you the yardage of the punt as soon as we see the spot, which is at the 13-yard line. 44 yards on the punt and no return, and the Rams are deep in their own territory.
Excellent punt there by Brad Long after a really bad snap. Got off a 44-yard kick. That's pretty good.
First down, Newton County. They're at their own 13, 5 minutes, 10 seconds, and ticking away in this quarter. Michael Sellers falls down after the fake handoff, and Sellers is having some trouble with his footing out there. He's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. And after the fake handoff, Sellers looking to go around that right side. Has had trouble. He's lost his footing a couple of times tonight.
Well, Newton County had a lot of success in the first half with Jason Robbins. Haven't seen him here in the second half, but as we say that, he's running onto the field. So Coach Cook is going to go right back to his junior player, Jason Robbins. Hopefully he can add a little bit to this offense that's sputtering here in the second half.
Coach Cook must have a headset because every time you say that, he goes in there in the action. We'll see if he gets the football. Second down, 13 yards after the loss of 3, Newton County. With a pretty long ways to go here for a first down. Sellers going to hand it off to Adrian Carr. Finds some running room. 20, 25, 30. Splitting out to the wide sideline. 35, 40, 45, 50. 45, 40, 35, 30. In open field. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Rams. Adrian Carr had a man in pursuit. Josh Hurst was in pursuit about 70 yards down the field. But Carr just had enough room on that left sideline. Excellent running. 90 yards and a touchdown.
Oh, man, that's going to look great on a film right there. Bernard Lackey, the big stud for Rockdale, was in pursuit there, and he simply got outrun by Adrian Carr. Adrian Carr showed a lot of speed and a lot of strength there and outrun the big stud from Rockdale, Bernard Lackey.
And the Rams take the lead 18-14. There's a big play for you. 4:07 remains in your third quarter. And we'll see if the Rams go for 2. I see Jason Robbins, Cordell Benton, and all those folks from the offense in there, so we may be seeing the Rams go for 2 once again.
Well, you see the ball line up on the hash mark there. He's probably going to go for 2, and that's exactly what Newton County's done, brought over here on the left hash mark.
We see Jason Robbins, Adrian Carr, Cordell Benton as your wishbone backfield, 1 wide receiver for Newton County. And Sellers is going to pitch out to Benton. Benton at the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extra point. 2-point conversion is good. Cordell Benton with some excellent running and some good blocking from Newton County, too, keeping the Rockdale Bulldogs off that right side of the field.
As we said earlier, Kevin, we have to say Adrian Carr's name several times here in this game in order for Newton County to win. And they brought in Jason Robbins. He delivered an excellent block there for Adrian that sprung him free. He ran to the side of this side of the football field and ran. How many yards was that?
90.
90 yards for a big touchdown. It's going to put Newton County up 20-14 with 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Let's keep it here, Paul, as we have that much time remaining and the Rams up by 6 points. That run from Adrian Carr, a 90-yard run, it shows what speed can do for you. The Rams were deep in their own territory. Didn't look like they could get much out of the drive on the first down play. Sellers slipped, lost a couple of yards. Looked as if Newton County may have sort of a ho-hum drive. Punted, possibly get Rockdale in good field position, but Adrian Carr, this is why he's a superior runner. 1 chance running the football, 90 yards and a touchdown.
I keep harping on Jason Robbins, but as soon as he comes off the sideline and comes into that offense, it adds something to it. The Rockdale Bulldogs know that he's out there, so they got to guard him, and I guess they slacked up and forgot about Adrian Carr, and he ran it down their throat, 90 yards.
Adrian Carr ran for 6 yards in the first half, 101 so far here in the second half, and we are only about halfway through the third quarter here from Reed Stadium in Conyers. Wes Billingsley is set to kick off for Newton County. Back to receive, among others, of course, Bernard Lackey. He's always dangerous. The ball goes to the left side of the field, side closest to the press box, and it's going to roll, and out of bounds. It'll be a penalty flag, and that ball bounced and stopped just to the left side of that out-of-bounds marker. If that ball had been 6 or 7 inches farther over to the right, Rockdale would have had field position at their own 9.
Well, if Joey Everson, he took a risk there. He wanted the ball to go out of bounds, but the ball wasn't cooperating with him. And if that ball would have stayed in bounds, that's a live football, and Newton County could have jumped on. That would have been a big break. But Rockdale was very lucky that the nose of the football went out of bounds and the referee threw his flag. So we'll have to kick this one off again from the 35-yard line.
So Billingsley will kick off from college distance, 35-yard line. After the 5-yard penalty, against Newton County. Newton County now with 42 penalty yards so far in this game. We haven't seen Rockdale with a single penalty yard. They've been very disciplined.
Very disciplined club here. Rockdale's shown a lot of poise. However, Coach Woodall just haven't got his offense on track, and that's got a lot to do with the Newton County defense.
Billingsley will kick it again, this time from the 35, and he'll kick it to the same side of the field, closer to the middle, and Lackey will take it at the 19-yard line. He gets to the 20, to the 30, and he'll be brought down at the 36, possibly the 37-yard line, and Rico Williams brought him down and put a little extra umph in his face after the tackle. A return by Mr. Lackey of about 17 yards.
Good job there by Tilly Smith, also on the kickoff coverage team. He delivered a good blow there on Bernard Lackey that he's going to remember. Newton County's defense has got to do another good job here and tighten up and play good defense and not allow Rockdale a lot of yards.
It'll be first down for the Bulldogs. They're at their own 37-yard line. Shepard gets the football, gains to the 40, possibly to the 41. Marcelo Baines in on the stop. Jason Robbins there also for Newton County. And the ball is going to be on the 41-yard line, a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Very important drive here for the Bulldogs. Very important defensive stand here for Newton County. 3 minutes, 19 seconds are all that's left in quarter number 3. 3 backs for Rockdale and 1 wide receiver to the right side. Hanson gives off to Shepard again, and they stuffed him in the backfield this time. The Rams read that play perfectly. Marcelo Baines, very excited. Also in on that stop, Tilly Smith, but Marcelo Baines, pardon me, the main man on that play.
Good penetration there by Marcelo Baines. He did a little move around the offensive center and also the offensive guard and used his speed and quickness to get back there and break up the play.
3rd down and 7 yards to go for Rockdale, and they are on their own 40-yard line. Shane Pulliam goes out to the left side as a receiver, and we have a timeout as one of the Rockdale players is having an equipment problem. His shoe came untied. He's set to go. That was Jeff Blackerby, a senior, number 50. Hanson over center, takes the snap. He is going to pass here, and no one on that side, but they brought him down. An excellent stop. Rico Williams, give that man some credit. Hanson could have had a first down and more because they left the entire side of the field open on the far side toward the Newton County sideline, but Rico Williams just got enough of that man's foot to bring him down.
That was a tremendous play by Rico Williams. He was blocked there by the center of Rockdale Bulldogs. The quarterback there was sprinting out for he was going to have a big gain, and Rico just dove over the block and was able to trip him up. Excellent play. That's going to be a big play.
Long is back to punt. He's averaging 45 yards per, and this is a very, very long one, and Benton is going to take it and fall down at the 26-yard line. Another very good punt there from Long. 36-yard punt, his shortest of the night, but 36 yards, nothing to sneeze at.
Newton County's offense needs to come out here and try to put this game away. Both of these teams are very equally matched. I think Newton County's got the advantage on defense, but Newton County's offense is still sputtering, but yeah, they're putting 20 points on the board here, 3 quarters of football. So look for Newton County to break it open here. I think that they have a lot of potential, and hopefully they can get on track.
The ball is on the 26-yard line, first down and 10 for the Rams. Being deep in their own territory has meant nothing to them so far. Last time they were on their own 10. We saw Adrian Carr go 90 yards. Wishbone formation again for the Rams. And the give is to Benton. Benton has some running room. He stays up to the 40, to the 42-yard line. An excellent running from Cordell Benton, refusing to go down, using his speed, quickness, moving the feet constantly. Josh Harms brought him down.
As we look out there onto the Rockdale defense, you see a lot of players we see on offense. So this is going to take its toll here in the second half. Bernard Lackey's out there. The Shepard kid, he's out there. And these guys are getting tired, and it's showing up because Newton County is starting to get on track and running the ball straight down the middle of the field.
We had that problem at Newton County High School last year, as only about 3 dozen people dressing out. Lots of folks had to play both ways. Not so much the case this year. Here are penalty flags on the play. Michael Sellers, an extra snap count, may have drawn the Bulldogs offside. And we'll see what the penalty is as the referees confer, and it is against the Bulldogs.
Well, that's what you expect. Well, the whole time, and actually that's probably the first time we've seen Newton County do that all year. They've been going off the snap count, like the first snap count, and this is one of the first times we see Newton County go on number 2 on the second snap count, and that draw out Rockdale Bulldogs offside is going to give Newton County first and 5 yards on their own 46-yard line.
Time is ticking down, less than a minute in the third quarter. Sellers is going to hand off and stop just a yard in front of the line of scrimmage. On that play was number 5, Adrian Carr. Carr was a little slow getting to the line. Sellers' handoff a little bit slow, and the Rockdale defense having a chance to pick that one up for minimal gain.
That was straight dive to the right side. Adrian Carr didn't have a whole lot of success. Rockdale Bulldogs had a good penetration there and stopped him for only a 1-yard gain.
Brian Jones is the receiver. He splits wide to the left, being guarded by Bernard Lackey. Sellers is going to keep it, eludes one tackle, but now brought down and sacked at the 43-yard line. And that was number 60 for the Bulldogs, Tim Franklin, the senior, along the defensive front. Got to Michael Sellers in a hurry, and Sellers really didn't have much of anywhere to go. 2 folks in pursuit, and that'll bring an end to your third quarter of action. And we will take this break, and we will be back with your fourth quarter of Ram action after the 60-second break here on WGFS, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Homeowners.
Situation for the Newton County Rams. Michael Sellers looking to pass on third down. It was incomplete, and it will bring up fourth down situation now for the Rams, who are on their own 43-yard line and had some trouble driving on that one. They had the 15-yard run from Benton to begin the drive, but after the Rockdale penalty, Rams just had trouble there, and they're on their own 43 back to punt. And punting for the Rams will be Tommy Taylor back to receive Bernard Lackey. Very dangerous man, and with the Rams with a 6-point lead, you got to watch him. Snap is a good high one, and Taylor gets off a very good kick, which is going to bounce at about the 35. Take a Newton County roll, 25, 21-yard line, and roll out of bounds before Andy Rudd can get to it. But that will help Newton County on the roll. The punt bounce, 35-yard line or so, with another 14 yards on the roll, and the ball will be spotted at the 23. 34-yard punt there from Tommy Taylor.
Tommy Taylor's getting a good job. He's getting a lot of luck on his bounces. He hasn't had one tonight that bounced back to him. He's not getting a very good kick right off the line of scrimmage, and he's been being very lucky tonight's game with good rolls.
First down for Rockdale at their own 23-yard line. They give us to Shepard. Shepard finding running room to the 40. Bowling people over, still up, 45, 50. Past midfield to the 49-yard line. He carried Gary Brown for quite a long ways, did Mr. Shepard. And Shepard gained past midfield. That's going to be a gain of 27 yards and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Big run there by Gary Shepard. Right straight dive off the left side and just went straight through the middle of the line and drug a couple of defenders with him. A lot of strength shown on that play.
It'll be first down for the Bulldogs right at midfield as we begin the fourth quarter. Important for the Ram defense to stop him here. Everson takes the football on the reverse. Everson's still up. He's at the 44-yard line, and he'll be tackled and brought down at the 44. Toy Brown stops him along with Rico Williams after a gain of about 6 yards.
A little misdirection play there by the Rockdale Bulldogs, a counter dive using Everson going back to the right side after all the linemen go to the left. And luckily Toy Brown there was to slow him up so everyone else could come take him over.
Second down and 4 for the Bulldogs. One wide receiver, 2 backs. Bernard Lackey takes the football. Bernard Lackey driving 40, 39-yard line. And he looks like he's going to have a first down. Torrance McCullum and Marcelo Baines, the 2 main men on the stop. But Lackey looks like he gained a first down on that play.
Rockdale has several weapons. They not only have the Everson running back and the Shepard running back, they also have Bernard Lackey. His name has been very quiet, but he's a big kid, has a lot of ability, showed that on his 88-yard kickoff return. Hopefully we can slow this offense down.
First down for the Bulldogs. They're at the Newton 39 now. Slowly driving downfield. Everson. The fake is to him, and the run goes down to the 35-yard line. That run for the Bulldogs was by Shepard. And the ball is at the 35. Looks like a gain of 4 yards for Chad Shepard.
Coming onto the field is my favorite player, number 57, Marcus England, 5'11", 280-pound sophomore.
Wow. Imagine how that weight is distributed over a 5'11 frame. Kerry Hansen takes his position over center. Bulldogs in a second down situation. Running the football is Chad Shepard. He is to the 25 to the 23-yard line. And brought down by Rico Williams. Pretty much essentially Rico Williams had to bring him down from behind him as great running there by Shepard, just running over Rico Williams, similar to what Jason Robbins did earlier.
He's coming out, running over the Newton County defense is number 7, Chad Shepard. We got to slow that man down.
First down from the Newton County 23. Driving downfield are the Bulldogs. Give it to Everson this time. Everson to the 17-16-yard line. And those counter dives have gone against Newton County. The Rams have had trouble trying to defend that. Michael Sellers on that tackle.
Rockdale's are only running 2 plays here. They're running a straight dive with Chad Shepard right off the left side. Then they come back and do a counter dive with Everson running back off to the right side. So they're running 2 plays and very successful this here in the third quarter. Actually, the fourth quarter.
We see the Bulldogs now with 2 wide receivers. Lackey and Shepard in the backfield. Shepard takes the football, stays up. He's at the 13 to the 12, and he's brought down there. Michael Sellers once again in on the stop. Another man who's been very, very busy tonight. And Shepard has had his way in this drive once again. We saw him begin the third quarter with a very excellent part of the Rockdale drive, and a first down here for the Bulldogs as they're getting closer and closer to the goal line. Ball is now on the 13.
We have 8:55 or 8:22 remaining here. And Rockdale looks like they've got on track here using Chad Shepard straight up the middle of these counter dives. Hopefully Newton County's interior defense can wake up here with only 14 yards remaining.
Hanson goes over center and takes the snap. Everson goes around the right side. Toy Brown has a chance at him, lets him slip, and then gets down to the 11-yard line, does Everson, before he is brought down by a couple of Newton County defenders. Minimal gain of about 2 yards, we'll say. Make that 1 yard as the ball is spotted on the 12-yard line after the 1-yard gain. Second down 9 for Rockdale. 7:47, 46-45 is what remains in this ball game. The Rams lead by 6. A Rockdale touchdown would tie the game. Then the extra point, if made, would give them the lead. Hanson goes over center once again, and he takes the snap. Shepard takes the football. He's been tough to stop. He goes down to the 8-yard line. Jamal Marks in on that one for Newton County as the ball gets past the 10, and Shepard has been a very tough runner on this drive, Paul.
Rockdale's not doing anything different. They're just going play by play. They're going from the dive to the counter dive, from Chad Shepard to Joey Everson, and it just seemed to be working here. They drove straight down the field, and they're looking here. They're knocking on the door here at the 9-yard line of Newton County.
Lamar Hips goes out of the action for Newton County as they're looking to stop the run here on 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Hanson goes over center. Rams in essentially a 5-man front looking to pass. It's complete to Everson to the 10, to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown Bulldogs. A pass complete to the left side. That's the first time we've seen him complete a pass in this entire game, and it results in 6 points for the Bulldogs. We're tied up at 20-20.
They went play after play, counter dive, counter play, dive, and what they did was they set a fake counter dive, and there was a screen to the left side of the field, and no one was there but Toy Brown, and Toy Brown missed the tackle, and Joey Everson ran it in for 6 points.
This puts the Rams in a tough position, and there's a timeout on the Bulldogs, we should say. Bulldogs taking the timeout, and as Rockdale does that, we're going to take this timeout as well, and we'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football after this on WGFS AM 1430.
With so many events going on in our world, you need information sources that you can count on. Listen to WGFS, Covington's news and information leader, for the latest in what's going on in Newton County. And for what's going on in our world, tune to CNN. The cable news network is the world's most reliable news source. If you can't get CNN, call Covington Cable TV at 787-4444. Call 787-4444 for CNN.
Brad Long in to attempt the extra point. The kick is up and good, and Rockdale takes a 1-point lead, 21-20. And Paul Dailey, that touchdown puts the Rams in a tough position now, needing to score something. They've got 6:45 remaining, but they've been very good at ball control. No fumbles tonight.
Plenty of time on the board for Newton County. We go back to that first touchdown by Newton County when they missed their extra point. And I told you, I hope that didn't come back and haunt them. And right now, as they look at the scoreboard over here on the east side of the stadium, it's 21-20, and they're down by 1 point. So that hopefully that will not haunt them. If they can come in here and get a controlled drive, take some time off the clock, go down there and hopefully get 6 points, if not get 3 points, and put Rockdale on the back burner and make them have to do something. Right now, Newton County is going to have to do something to win this football game.
Newton County Rams special teams, it's not just a job, it's an adventure. The ball is on the 40-yard line, and Brad Long is going to kick off for the Rockdale Bulldogs. We see the same 2 folks back to receive. Cordell Bench and Adrian Carr both have been successful at the kickoff returns this year. 6 minutes and 45 seconds for the Rams to put something on that scoreboard. They trail by 1 point. The Reed Stadium fans give a loud cheer as Brad Long kicks off, and here it is, a low-lining kick. Adrian Carr will field it at the 5. He gains to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, still up, and to the 33-yard line. After the 55-yard kick, Carr took it at the 5 and gained out to about the 32-yard line. That's a 27-yard return there from Carr. A very good return, sets the Rams up in good position.
Good field position to start off here. They're on the 31-yard line, and Adrian Carr went straight up the middle on his return. Very surprised that Cordell Benton or him haven't gone to the outside on the kickoff return, but that's something they've had planned. Maybe they scattered out that Rockdale's weak in the middle, but you got to be pleased with a 31-yard line to start your drive.
The Rams are in excellent position now to have a sustained drive, running the football and run that time off the clock, but they've got to have the forward progress on each play. Michael Sellers is going to hand off to Cordell Benton. Benton, 35, 40, 41-yard line. Good run there from Benton. On the right side for Newton County, the left side of the defensive line for Rockdale, found that hole and is close to a first down.
Newton County running that wing T again, get off Cordell Benton. He's running behind the freshman tight end, Greg Benson. Did a good job there blocking the right side of the Newton County offensive line. Did a tremendous job pushing the Rockdale defenders backwards and enabled them to pick up 9 yards.
So you've got Benton and Benson in there, and it was a successful combination on that play. Second down and 1, 5:44 remains. Michael Sellers goes over center. He is going to keep it himself. He gains the first down. He is tripped up and is brought down at the 47-yard line. On that stop for the Rockdale Bulldogs, we see number 70, Ryan Pace, is the one who tripped him up. But it is a first down for Newton County.
They're going to get a good spot on that ball. They're going to bring the ball up to the 50-yard line. And this is what you want to do. You want to take time off the clock. The clock is down to 5 minutes and 25 seconds. And if you continue to get 5 and 6 yards each play, that's exactly what you want. You don't want, you really want a touchdown, but one big play is not really going to help. You want to take time off the clock.
If nothing else, you want to get in field goal range and let Wes Billingsley take his chances. He's kicked 2 game-winning field goals. He did them both last year. Adrian Carr has a spin move on a handoff, but only gains a yard or 2 out of it. And credit Josh Harms with the stop there as Adrian Carr used that spin move off to the left side very effectively. Could have gained a pretty big amount of yardage, but Josh Harms tripping him up there. And he gains 1 yard. Second down 9 for the Rams.
Good play there by Josh Harms. Only a 5'11", 170-pound linebacker, but showed a lot of determination and strength on that play to bring Adrian Carr down for only a half a yard gain.
4:36 remains. Jason Robbins splits out to the sideline, so he'll be out for this play. 3 men in the backfield as they go to that wing T formation. No receiver on the right-hand side. 1 man in motion, and the pitch is to Benson. Has a little running room on the right side to the 50, the 45, the 40, and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And he is brought out by Tony Collins for the Rockdale Bulldogs. That's the first time we have mentioned him since that big hit that Jason Robbins had on him back in the second quarter. But once again, Cordell Benson leading that Ram offense down the field in the fourth quarter.
Well, Kevin, what we're seeing there is instead of Mike Sellers reading the defensive end, he's automatically quick pitching to Cordell Benton, and that gives him a lot more time to outrun the defensive end to the corner, and they've been very successful when they do that quick pitch. We see a lot of that last week with Brookwood. Brookwood's success last week was to pitch it to Mark Townsend with a quick pitch, and he gained 192 yards on the Rams last week, so maybe they learned something from Brookwood last week.
Jason Robbins is into the action, and he is the lone back in the backfield. 2 men, 1 on each side. For Newton County, Adrian Carr goes in motion. The give is to Carr. Carr, 35. Still up at the 30, the 25, the 20. Go Adrian, go. 15, 10, out of bounds. He ran the ball out of bounds and was run right into the fence by Bernard Lackey, and he comes up limping. Ram coach is looking for the intentional foul call. Adrian Carr with a very impressive run. There's a bad side to that, though. 4:07 left on the scoreboard.
Well, look for Newton County, the coaching staff, to just stay in the middle of the field and just go straight down the field. Rockdale has realized, wait, we're in the ball game here, and they've called a timeout. Coach Woodall took a timeout. On that last play, Adrian Carr did a good job and went all the way to a big game, got pushed out of bounds. It should have been a late penalty there. It should have been a flag on a play on unsportsmanlike conduct, and the referee decided not to throw the flag.
Well, the Bulldog penalty will give Adrian Carr a chance to rest, but he was pushed into that fence that borders the track on the outside there at Reed Stadium, right down around the 10-yard marker. If you've ever seen it, the fence encircles the entire field. And Carr got pushed up into that fence, sort of rolled into it by Lackey. And that looked like a late hit penalty, as you mentioned. It's a 29-yard gain for Adrian Carr. We've got 4 minutes and 7 seconds left. The Rams need to push it just 11 more yards, and they'll take the lead. They trail by 1 point, but as you mentioned, they use the clock to their advantage. took 2.5 minutes off of that clock. Very advantageous to the Rams, especially if they can take the lead.
Well, Newton County, I know the coaching staff feels confident that their defense can go out there and hold the Rockdale Bulldogs. And the last series kind of scared us because Rockdale just drove the ball down Newton County's throat. But hopefully, if Newton County gets in here, scores a touchdown, they'll bring their defense to add time to rest here out on the field, and they can bring a win home from Rockdale.
Let's play what if for just a minute. Let's say you're the Rams and you score a touchdown, but we'll do that after this play. It is first down for the Rams at the Rockdale 11-yard line. Michael Sellers gives the handoff, and it goes down to the 6-yard line. We'll see who that was on the run there. Looked like Andy Rudd for Newton County, gains about 5 yards. As I mentioned, if you score a touchdown here, do you go for 2 or do you kick 1 extra point?
I would just, well, I don't know. With the success of the lack of success that West Billings has had the last couple of point-after kicks, I believe I'd go for 2.
It's second down after the 4-yard gain. The Rams are on the 7, and Andy Rudd comes out to the sideline. Jason Robbins is in there. We may see him take the football in this play. Some confusion on offense. Michael Sellers describes the play to Adrian Carr. Now everybody's set. They're in a wing T formation. Carr goes in motion. Looks like Jason Robbins took the football. Touchdown Rams! 7-yard touchdown run for Jason Robbins.
Actually, that was Adrian Carr there on that play. Jason Robbins led him into the end zone. Looked like Jason got the football, but actually it was Adrian Carr. Jason's such a big player, we thought he got it, but Adrian Carr just followed his big fullback in and got 6 points.
Well, I got a little excited, but Jason Robbins was there on the play. He is a big man. You can't miss him. Adrian Carr, though, with the 7-yard run and the touchdown, and the Rams have a lead, 26-21. 3:24 remains in your game.
Newton County looks like they're going to be going for 2 here. Not a bad idea by Coach Jack Cook.
If they score 2, they will lead by 7, and if Rockdale scores, they would be forced to go for 2 in order to win this game. 3 minutes, 24 seconds remain. Very crucial time. Plenty of time left on that scoreboard, and Michael Sellers will take the snap. He pitches to Carr. Carr goes in unmolested, 2 points. And they have had a lot of success on that extra point run. We'll talk about it right after this break. We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football. It is exciting here on WGFS, AM 1430.
Before all the 90...
With 3:24 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Newton County Rams are winning this ball game against Rockdale 28-21. With your play-by-play, Mr. Kevin Holden.
This one has truly been a war, and it is a 7-point lead with the Newton County Rams, and they have 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Wes Billingsley will be kicking off. Back to receive is Lackey. We saw him return 188 yards for a touchdown earlier in this game. You've got to be thinking about that as Billingsley kicks the ball off. Could be a tough situation here.
I doubt that they're going to kick it to Bernard Lackey. I guess they're going to try to kick it to the one on the sidelines. They want to keep it away from him, and that's exactly what they just did.
It is a very low kick, and it bounces off of number 31 and on to number 42. And that, of course, is Lackey. Lackey comes out to the 25 and brought out of bounds, and there is going to be a penalty. It looks like it's against Rockdale.
Looks like it's going to be a holding penalty against number 34 for Rockdale, which was holding Toy Brown there. Number 34 is Marcus Lackey. Don't want to bring his name up, but that's exactly what he just did. He held Toy Brown, and they're going to bring that back.
So they'll bring it back to the spot of the foul. And the flag is thrown and is resting on the 26-yard line of the Bulldogs, and the penalty, as you mentioned, goes against Rockdale. And after the 11-yard return, we'll see the penalty yards marked off here against Rockdale. Only their second penalty of the game, but a big one here.
The 2 penalties that Rockdale have tonight have both hurt them. And I'm sure Coach Woodall is going to have a talk. He's only having 3 minutes and 12 seconds to talk to his team, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And Rockdale looks like they may be self-destructing here. Still a lot of time on the clock when you have weapons like Bernard Lackey and Chad Shepard. Newton County's got to be aware of that and play tough defense.
That holding penalty is a 10-yard penalty, and Rockdale takes the football at their own 16. Ram defense needing to hunker down. You've heard that one before, haven't you? Rams lead by 7 points. On the first play from scrimmage, the run into the 20-yard line. And stop there are the Bulldogs and their offense.
Chad Shepard on the carry again. He's just straight dive. Look for go back to the counter dive here like they did the last series. They had a lot of success. Look for 21. Joey Everson to get the ball here.
Second down 6 for the Bulldogs on the 20. Hanson trips after taking the snap and is rolling out and is tackled almost out of bounds there by Rico Williams. But it looked like he stayed in bounds, so that keeps the clock running. thankfully, as Kerry Hansen is tackled by Rico Williams. Good stop there by Rico.
Big mistake there by the quarterback for Rockdale County. All he had to do was get out of bounds, and that would be more or less a timeout there because the clock stops, but he stayed in bounds. Rico Williams caught him before he could get out of bounds. Big play there by Rico Williams.
2:23, 2:22 is what remains on that clock. Rams with a 7-point lead, looking to stop the Bulldogs. Hansen is passing. The pass is complete to Lackey. Lackey to the 25, and brought down and stuffed right there. A big defensive play for Newton County. We saw Torrance McCullum, a couple of other folks in there on defense for Newton County.
Rico Williams had that play read the whole way. There was a little screen out there to Bernard Lackey, and the only one out there was Rico Williams, and he did a face-up tackle and power drived him back, and he's given up plenty of pounds and also height, and he drove Bernard Lackey into the ground. Good play there by Rico Williams.
It's fourth down for the Bulldogs, and if they don't get it here, Newton County essentially would win the game. They just got to sit on the football. Fourth down, big situation here. The give is to Shepard. Shepard close to a first down. Looks like he may have gotten it. Tackle on that play was 73. Reggie Benton is back in there after missing a couple of weeks.
Of course, it looks like they might have got the first down there, but look, and we're looking at the clock, and it looks like Rockdale's going to have to expend a timeout. I think the officials may be, well, they're going to call it a first down, but the time has stopped, and Rockdale's going to be forced to take one of their timeouts.
There's a minute and 38 seconds remaining here in this game. A 5-yard gain, and Rockdale will call a timeout. So will we. Let's catch our breath. We'll be back with more exciting Newton County Rams football. We've got 98 seconds remaining after this on WGFS AM 1430.
Best buys for the month of October now at Your Ace Hardware, Mayfield Hardware, a 30-inch lawn.
Great save here in Conyers, Georgia. Newton County are winning this ball game at this point, 28-21, with your play-by-play, Kevin Holden.
The Rockdale Bulldogs have the football on their own 26-yard line. 1 minute, 38 seconds remain. The Rams are leading 28-21. The Bulldogs last time out in their drive went 77 yards for a touchdown. That coming on a 10-play drive, pardon me. First down for the Bulldogs. They're on their own 26, and the pass is complete and tackled at the 36-yard line, probably pretty close to a first down. The pass was complete there to Shane Pulliam.
You got to watch this clock here. Rockdale's in their home stadium, and I've been watching the clock, and they've been real lenient about stopping the clock here. And I'm sure the coaching staff here at Newton County is very upset about that. They stopped the clock. The clock is at 1:26 and needs to start moving.
Minute 24 now remains, and the Bulldogs are on their own 37-yard line. They're going to look to pass again. The ball is fumbled on the 20-yard line. Tommy Taylor takes it 15-10-5. Touchdown Rams. Tommy Taylor was there as Corey Hansen was looking to pass the football, got in his face and slapped the football as Hansen was about to pass it. Tommy Taylor takes the football, runs it in. Rams seal the victory. 1 minute, 11 seconds remain. That's going to be tough for Rockdale to score 2 touchdowns in that span. That is a huge play.
You might as well give that football to Marcelo Baines. He's the one that created that play. Of course, Tommy Taylor picked it up and ran it in for a touchdown, but Marcelo Baines should have that game football. He's the one that made that play happen. Big play for Newton County. That's one of the finishing nails that puts into the coffin for Rockdale.
1 minute, 11 seconds remain. And the Rams are going to go for an extra point here with Wes Billingsley. Trying to restore his confidence. His kick goes up, and it is good this time. And the Rams take a lead, 35-21. We'll be back with the final 71 seconds after this on WGFS AM 1430.
The Clinton health plan is still in the works, but the Option Care health plan is going
35-21. Back with your play-by-play is Kevin Holden.
It sure has been an exciting ball game, and the Rams lead by 14. Those are the type of exciting ones you like, the ones where you put the W's on the scoreboard. Wes Billingsley will be kicking off. Tommy Taylor and Marcelo Baines with excellent defensive play there against Kerry Hansen. The fumble, Taylor took it 27 yards, scored to make it 35-21 Newton County. And now Rockdale going to need a miracle here, trailing by 14 with only 71 seconds remaining. Wes Billingsley kicks off, and it's a low liner once again. It bounces, and it's going to be fielded at the 24-yard line and set on there by Sean Bryant, a senior. On the low lining kick, bounced a couple of times. Bryant just electing to sit on it. Probably a good move in that situation.
He really had no choice there. When he grabbed the ball, he had both knees on the ground. That's an automatic dead ball. And Rockdale's going to have it 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line. Newton County's going into their prevent defense.
The give is to Lackey. Lackey gains to the 30, 35, 40. Still up, 45, 47, 48, and brought out of bounds. Took 3 folks to do it. Rico Williams Also in on that stop is Gary Brown and Toy Brown. Those three folks stopping Lackey, but a big game, but it may not be enough. Now 47 seconds, and apparently Lackey gaining the first down, obviously. They'll be stopping the clock because of that.
Of course, Newton County's in their prevent defense. They had four secondary lined up 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But what's really surprising to me is Rockdale hadn't used Bernard Lackey. He's a big kid, shows a lot of strength, and he hasn't been utilized tonight as much as he should have been.
Hansen takes the snap. He's going to be looking to pass here. The Bulldogs don't have much time. The pass is up. It was a wobbly one, and no one could get near it as it fell out of bounds at the 38 of Newton County. That pass looked almost like a kick, an end-over-end type kick, but nobody near it, and no chance for an interception for Newton County.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. And Newton County again in that prevent defense, sending Gary Brown, Toy Brown, Mike Sellers, and Torrance McCullum 30 yards deep.
We've got 40 seconds remaining, and Hansen's pass is complete. And to the 40 to the 38-yard line, it was complete to Andy Gebhardt.
Big play there by Toy Brown, not to allow him to get out of bounds. The clock is still moving. We have 30, again, some home cooking on the clock, 32 seconds.
14-yard gain there and a first down.
Of course, they have to stop to move the chains, but the clock is finally starting to move again. We have 29 seconds remaining in this ball game.
First down on the Newton County 38. The pass is tipped by Tommy Taylor and almost intercepted. As diving for it was Lamar Hips, number 41. He almost saw a shot at an interception there. Tommy Taylor was in right in the face of Kerry Hansen, batted that pass away. 23 seconds remain after the incomplete pass.
Good deflection there by Tommy Taylor. You got to know that he's got a lot of spirit right now. He's a senior. And he scored 6 points, big touchdown. Not up very many times does a defensive lineman get to score a touchdown.
3 wide receivers for the Bulldogs, running out of time, 22 seconds. And Hansen is sacked at the 46-yard line. Tommy Taylor, Rico Williams. Kelly Smith also there on the stop, as well as Marcelo Baines, Reggie Benton, all 5 of them right there at the quarterback.